One of the best ways to learn is by teaching. All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahusha, Bahashim Rukakwadash. I want to give the honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and grace and peace to you elect around the four winds, believing and pushing this truth in all sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. This is your fellow servant, Rakayer from the GMS Orlando camp. And the title of tonight's lesson is one of the best ways to learn something is by teaching it or doing it. And I just want to put out this exhortation specifically for you brothers, you Akim who have been called to teach. All right, because one of the chief ways that we learn in this truth of ours is by teaching. I was just sitting here meditating on Sirach, the 34th chapter, which we're going to get here in a second. Once again, Lord willing, this is edifying unto you elect, especially towards you brothers who find yourself trying to get deeper or better into the breakdowns or the Hebrew prayer. One of the best ways to learn it is by teaching it. Case in point, here in GMS Orlando, we have classes on Sunday. And a brother will be notified a week ahead of time on the breakdown that he's getting into or he has to teach that following Sunday, which gives him the whole week to kind of prepare and get the lesson plan in order for the following Sunday to teach. And what that does is not only brings brothers together on a common ground concerning prophecy and concerning the breakdown, it also gives the brother teaching the ability to thoroughly learn the topic himself, which builds confidence on the street, because now you have a better understanding of what you're talking about. And in order to teach something in general, you have to have a firm comprehension of what you're teaching. Case in point, school. Your math teacher can't teach you algebra or whatever math topic you're going into unless they have a thorough knowledge of the topic themselves. Otherwise, you'll both be confused. So by a brother teaching a topic that you may be weak on, or you teaching a topic that you may be weak on, or you're trying to study, you're trying to better yourself at, it gives you the opportunity to learn it thoroughly for yourself. And in turn, you gain confidence. You gain confidence on speaking on it, on teaching it to others, and bringing it out. And you also gain another tool in your tool belt. If you get what I'm saying. But one of the best ways to learn something is by teaching it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, in a class setting. You could teach yourself, have a voice recording. You got the voice recorder on your phone. You feel like, bettering yourself in the Hebrew, the pronunciation and the Hebrew prayer and whatever it is, the breakdowns or, teaching in general. You find yourself trying to articulate better, or you find yourself stuttering, you want to kind of stop that, and figure out ways to speak better, or whatever it may be. One of the best ways to learn it is by teaching it. Hit the voice recorder, go into Revelation 13 and 16, go into Daniel 7 for yourself. You don't have to put it out for the public. Go into it for yourself. Listen to it, play it back, see where you could have got better, see what you left out. And that's one of the ways that we learn in this truth of ours is by teaching. That's why the Lord set the ministry up like this in general. One of the chief lessons that we're learning is faith. And we're learning that through experience by going out in the highways and byways. By teaching. We're learning faith. We're learning our first nature again by teaching, by going out in the highways and byways, subjugating ourselves to the elements, to the wiles of the devil, these demons. Every time we go out in the highways and byways, and every time we make an e-epistle, it's another lesson in faith, as well as another lesson on whatever topic you're going into. And we learn and we gain experience, which is one of the chief things in this truth of ours is experience, gaining experience. knowing how to handle situations, knowing, how to move through faith. But that's another topic for another day. Let's get this in Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 34 and verse 9. It says, a man that have traveled knoweth many things, and he that have much experience will declare wisdom. All right, right now the Lord is causing us to travel in this truth of ours. We'll put through different situations, through different scenarios, different obstacles, and as a result, we're gaining experience on how to handle these different situations and scenarios, for ourselves later on down the road, and for other brothers, who we may have the opportunity to teach. We're learning, though. We're gaining experience by traveling, by putting our hand to the plow. That's the whole point. A man that have traveled knoweth many things. You take a Jake who's been to Belize and Mexico and all different countries. They're able to tell you different things based on their experience. Likewise, a better example are elders and apostles. They're able to teach us, on how to govern ourselves with this truth. They're able to teach us how to move with wisdom, the breakdowns, because they've traveled so much. They've experienced it so much. They've taught it so much that it's second nature now, or it's first nature now. It says, he that have no experience knoweth little, but he that have traveled is full of prudence. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. But the point being, when I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. And as the Lord allows us, to travel another day, to experience another day, there's yet another day or another opportunity at learning, at gaining experience. And one of the ways that we do that is by teaching. Hell, some of the lessons that brothers make really be for yourself. Lessons in faith, lessons in exhortation, lessons in prophecy. A lot of times brothers are teaching themselves as they're making the lesson. And sometimes, a lot of times brothers find new precepts, new avenues and new ways to attack the topic. You sharpen your tool belt as you teach. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things and I understood more than I could express. I was oftentimes in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. Let me get two more precepts and then I'll close it out. Let's get this. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. It says, study to shew thyself approved unto the Heavenly Father, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. All right. And in order for us to know how to rightly divide this word of truth, we have to have a firm comprehension of what we're teaching. What word we're handling. We have to have a firm comprehension of it. Like it says in the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, we have to eat the whole roll. And as we eat the whole roll, we're supposed to gain an understanding, on what we're a part of, and what our duty is, what the will of the Lord is, what our position is in the Lord's movie. And by doing that, we're able to rightly divide the word of truth. By studying to show ourselves approved, and by teaching, we're able to rightly divide the word of truth. This is let's get this. Bear with me real quick. I'm outside. The internet's not too good. This is if it'll pull up. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "But sanctify the Lord power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear." All right, and we're supposed to be ready, at a moment's notice to give answer, to the believers, to those who may ask of you the reason of the hope that is within you, ready to answer. And one of the ways that we prepare ourselves for that and build our confidence to readily and boldly speak this word and to boldly proclaim the prophecies of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is by teaching, putting together a lesson plan. It don't even have to be public. Put together a lesson plan. Teach yourself. Or you got, tell a brother, or if you have another brother, tell him, hey, listen, brother, I'm trying to get better at the Hebrew prayer. How does this sound? Run it through him. Run it to him. How does my pronunciation sound? What do you think I can do better? We're here to sharpen each other's sword. And the only way that one of the ways that we sharpen our swords is by teaching. It's by teaching. That's one of the ways we learn, and that's how we sharpen ourselves. Teaching exposes our weaknesses and exposes our strengths. It allows us to pinpoint where we need to improve on and what we're doing good. But, with that being said, that's all I had to say. Don't want to beat a dead horse. I think the point has been proven. One of the best ways to learn something is by teaching it or doing it. Another case in point, you want to learn how to be more disciplined. Do it. Put yourself on a routine or a regimen. Start meal prepping or start hitting the gym. Getting into a routine. Teaching yourself discipline. Fast. Tell yourself, I'm going to read a couple of chapters every morning and every time I'm getting ready to go to sleep. A good way to learn discipline is by doing it. But that goes for a lot of things. But I feel like the point has been made through the Spirit. Lord, witnesses that are found unto elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Rukakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom. Stay up.